right? I'm saying it right? Shalina, Sheila. Shalia for this inviting me over here. It's a great opportunity. Just a privilege to bring people together, community. That's what it's about. That's how we're going to get better. You know, there's division out there, but we need to really come together and be united. My name is Faith, Esther Faith, Newkirk. A little bit about me. I am born in New York, raised in the Middle East. Yeah, Brooklyn. Okay, yeah. Born in New York, raised in the Middle East near Dubai, Qatar, and then moved back to New York, and then now I'm in Maryland. So, yes. And I'm training for the Olympics. I'm a professional athlete. I'm a swimmer. So I'll be going to Tokyo 2020 next Summer Olympics. I was on Channel 9. I was on Channel 9 just the other day. They were just promoting you know, my endeavors and how I came to swimming and the trials that I had to get to go there. Before I get into that, who's ready for a little icebreaker? Little icebreaker. We're going to try this, see how it works. Okay, here we go. So this is half. So this half, y'all have A, okay, and then this is half. You'll be B, okay. So I know y'all eating, but if you're not eating, we're gonna make some noise. All right, so let's see how we're gonna do this. All right, let's see. Okay, let me think. I gotta think in my mind. Okay, well, let's see. All right, so this side is you're gonna sing this. You're gonna be a A-oh. Can you do that? A-oh. A-oh. Okay, that's A. That's A. Okay. Oh. All right, so that's A. All right, let's see here. A side. Remember? A-oh. And then B is A-oh. All right, cool. A-oh. A-oh. You know your part now. There we go. A. Come on, sound enthusiastic. Jump in. By yourself, by yourself, by yourself. Hey. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Give yourself a high five, clap, good. So, it was interesting y'all doing that because Group A, they knew their part. Group B, they knew their part, but you guys work together. That's what community is. Y'all work in harmony. One person doing the drums, one person playing the piano. Y'all may have different types of gifts and talents. One may not be able to do the drums or do the flute, but when you come in unity, it sounds beautiful, and that's what community is. Outreach in the community, bringing them together. So that was cool. Give yourself a clap for that. You did good. All right, so finding your purpose. I'm gonna take you on a journey. Who likes adventures? Like adventures? I like adventures. Me and my boyfriend, we go on adventures every day. You know, it's awesome. So I'm gonna take you on a journey. All right, so we're gonna start 1996 in New York. How about that? Brooklyn, New York. I don't know what it looked like because, you know, I was just born, so. 1996 in New York. I am born. Hey. But my mom passed away. Rolled over. She's on the floor. I don't know. I was in my brother's arms, and that's it. My aunt and uncle took me in. And now we're in Pittsburgh. So me, my aunt and uncle, with their son, we're in Pittsburgh. And from Pittsburgh, 2005, I lived there until I was maybe 6 or 7. And now we're 2005, we're moving all the way to the Middle East. Now imagine a plane flight. We're jumping on a plane, going 14-hour plane flight to Qatar, Doha, Qatar. It's in the Middle East near Dubai. Look it up. I'm not lying. And you spent the last 12 years there. It's an awesome country. You've sailed to 2 different countries on a yacht, traveled, taught my swim classes, got to travel to France, Greece, Italy, Rome, Venice, been all over just to travel. It's a great opportunity. And now I'm 20 years old, and I'm like, okay, I need to better myself. I'm gonna take this excursion and leave what I know, leave my comfort zone. How many people can leave their comfort zone? Sometimes it's hard, sometimes fear. Come on now, don't let me, okay. Don't make me preach, no, I'm joking. But leaving your comfort zone, and I didn't, left my family, my friends, and I'm like, I gotta do something. And that's what, you gotta sometimes take a leap of faith. Hi, my name is Faith. And so left the Middle East for another 14-hour plane ride, but that one was lonely because I was facing just me, myself, and I, and all the worries that I've had and everything that I thought I was that I wasn't, but believed that to be true. And so I'm on the plane flight, and now I'm in New York. This is 2017. And I'm in New York, and I'm like, all right, so I got to stay with my aunt's family, stay with them. They're a blessing, they really are. God-fearing people, and there's just endless opportunities. When you uproot your roots and put it in different soil, you can grow. If your roots are in soil that's not growing for you, you got to make a choice to uproot it. Nah, this soil not right. This environment's not right. Those people aren't right. You got to uproot it and put it in a different soil. So that's what I chose for myself. That's why I left, and I moved to New York. So, and got my education, got my GED, didn't have that opportunity, and I'm like, okay, now what do I do? Like, I could do anything. I'm in New York, I got a job. What am I gonna do now? I don't know. Wait a second, I had a vision since I was a kid that I want to go to the Olympics, right? And I know I'm smart. I think I am, and I think that I'm wise, and I think, because deep down I know I'm strong. Deep down I know that I'm tenacious, but sometimes my environment didn't cultivate that for me, but deep down I really know. So I'm gonna push. Let me send an email. So I sent an email to one of the coaches in New York, one of the phenomenal coaches, Asphalt Green, where Leah Neal swam at, and I just emailed them, hey, I'm from here. I just came to New York. Can you train me for the Olympics? Okay. I don't have much money. I'm working at the grocery store. And the guys, well, let's have a meeting. So we had a meeting, and we talked, and he's like, well, training would cost a lot, but what gifts can you offer? Well, I teach swimming, and I sailed, and I do this. Well, why don't you work here? So he offered me a job. I worked there, and I was swimming. But before I was swimming at that place, before I sent the email, I already believed that I was an Olympian. And so this is back to finding your purpose. We're created for a reason. No matter how we came into the world, it really doesn't matter how you came into the world. As long as you're here for a purpose. The fact that you entered, the fact that you grew up, the fact that you're breathing, you're still here, and you're here for a purpose. And just like my card, my quote is, a flower is created for a purpose, and you're so much more complex. How much more do you have to offer than a plant? A plant has photosynthesis. It looks to the light. It turns itself to the light to receive light to grow. What are we doing? Are you facing the light? Which direction are you facing to grow? Are you in the good soil or are you in bad soil? And so, yeah, I was working at the grocery store, and I'm like, beep, hi, good morning, beep, like just regular me, and people are like, you're not from here. Like, yeah, but I'm like really nice, hi, beep, and they're like, gets conversation, like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I work, but I'm Olympian. I'm Olympic swimmer. You're Olympic swimmer? Really? I was like, yeah. It's like, how much do you train? Yeah, like, I'm trying to do it, but I'm like, those motivational things like proclaim who you are, like I'm trying to say it, help me out here. So I said that, I said, I am an Olympic swimmer. whatever you want to achieve in life, your purpose, you have to speak it out even though you don't believe it, because when you speak, words have power and it attracts. So whatever you're saying, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business person. You may not have the funds right now, you may not have the environment right now, you may not have the car right now, but you speak it, it becomes, because words have power. You know, when God spoke, let there be light, there was light. So words have power. They're really tangible. So apparently, sometimes even if you don't believe it, what you speak becomes. So I said, I'm an Olympic swimmer, and that came to me. And so I had a friend in Qatar, and she was from Bowie, all the way in the Middle East, from Bowie. I'm like, how do you know? So she was like, hey, I'm coming to Maryland to come and hang out and things of sorts. I would like to see you. So, okay, I'll visit her in Maryland. And I visit her in Maryland, and she looked at my phone, and she's like, you're training for the Olympics? Like, someone else, you're training for the Olympics on your own? You know, I was always a swimmer, loved swimming, with the competitive sports around the Gulf, and just really loved it. So it wasn't like I wasn't a swimmer. I was just always had that drive, but just not the right coaching to get to where I wanted to be. And so, well, one guy's like, let me make a phone call real quick. And then here's a coach, answer the phone. The guy was like, hello? I was like, sorry, I got a deep voice. The guy was like, hello? I was like, hi. He's like, how tall are you? I wish I was 6 feet, but you know, like I'm like 6'7", 5'7", 5'9", whatever. Wish I was 5'9", though, but. And he's like, can you be here by January 5th? I was like, if I had to take a train, a bus, if I had to walk, I would be there, because that's how much I wanted my goal. That's how much I wanted my destiny. And so, long story short, I get to Maryland, and we're training, we're coaching, and things of that sorts. And I moved. He was like, all right, we're swimming. I would come down every weekend to swim and things of sorts, and move into a house in Upper Marlboro. But that environment was not good. And I had to make a choice. Should I stay in that environment or should I go? So I left that environment. That environment was good, so I was homeless. I didn't have a place to go. I could go back to New York. I could have a nice place to stay, and you know, back in New York it was okay. Got my grocery job, got my swimming job and things of that sorts, but I would rather not give up on the dream, not give up on the vision that I set, whether I was homeless, because if I lose everything, I didn't lose my arms to swim. I didn't lose my legs to swim. I could still breathe. I could still see. If I got to walk 4 or 5 miles to practice, which I did, I will do that, because that was destined in me. That was one of my purposes. And so long story short, I get the coach, and we're training and things of that sorts, and a family, amazing family, took me in, and God-fearing people, and they just invited me in their home 2 minutes away from where I work at, and now the story is just continuing, you know. So every day, that's my story. Whatever happens next, you know, you're gonna see it. But in that moment, throughout the timeline of my life, it was hard because I had to make a choice. If I didn't leave, where would I have been? What would I have accomplished? What would I have learned? What would my character be? And so everything was created for a purpose. Everything was created by design. This chair was intentionally made for someone to sit down. This chair knows its purpose. It doesn't waver from it. It doesn't like, ooh, I want to be like that chair. That chair got like open back and like got nice, you know. It's happy from what it's okay from how it's designed. It's comfortable because it knows its calling to be a chair and to have people sit in it. What is your purpose? What were you created to do? Sometimes it's hard to find that. And so to be honest, the only way really you're gonna find what was created in you, the interwoven schemes, the different characters, the different talents and gifts you have, is to ask the creator who created it. You know, the chair could ask, hey, table, hey, do do you know what I'm supposed to do? Like, do you know what I'm supposed to do? The chair could go to the something else, be like, hey, the board, hey, do you know what I'm supposed to do? Like, no. You could ask people around you, but why don't you go on your knees and ask the person who created you, what am I created to do? And so that's really it, finding your purpose. And when you find your purpose, when you find that knack, whether it's business, singing, whatever, you hold on to it like nobody's business. You hold on to it, whether you're homeless, whether you don't have the money. I had to walk, like I had a stick. The only people who asked me for a ride was some deers in the road, you know what I'm saying? Like, they felt sorry for me. I was like, man. And so no matter what it is, you have to hold on to that like it's water. And you will achieve and you will attract what you want to pursue. And so that's it, really. It's just the power of the mind, the thoughts. Everything starts here. It's not here first, it's here. What you think, what you say. Someone's like, oh, you're a great speaker, you're a great swimmer. No, I'm not really. No, you have, yes, thank you. And then you come back like, okay, I'm not a good swimmer, but I'm getting better. I'm improving. Our mindset has to change. If we want to be in a community and bring people together, sometimes we're divided because it's our mindset. Well, I can't do that. Well, I don't have, no. You have to speak to yourself, proclaim who you are, look in the mirror and say, I am this. That's why the vision boards are really good, to see it, to envision it, write your plans down. So I just want to encourage you guys to keep being driven, keep having that faith. That's if you don't have faith, then what is it? If I didn't have faith that I was an Olympian or Olympic swimmer, where would I have been? I would just say it. But there's no faith. Sometimes hope is what gets it started, but faith carries it through. And so I hope one day I can have $1 million in a jet. I hope. Okay, great, cool. That's it. It's just going to sit there. But faith is like, I believe I'm going to get that $1 million. And you go to work to that, and that faith comes to stir, and that faith continues to grow, and that faith will push you into what you're calling. You'll be like, I believe, I don't know, I believe, and it'll push you into that. But if you continue to sit back and just look at it and just hope, there'll be piles of dreams and hopes, but it will never come through without faith. So faith without works is dead. So my name is Esther Faith Newkirk, and find your purpose. This is how to find your purpose. All right, thank you. Thank you. No problem.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.